Good morning, class. Welcome now to our second grading in mathematics. So we are going to start our first lesson. Okay, so before we start our lesson, we are going to pray. Okay, let us pray. Let us put the presence of the Lord. Loving Lord, look upon our school family, those with whom we journey each day. Help us to strengthen and support each other for the education of the young children. Extend our vision and work in us each day. The miracle of touching hearts amongst all the whom you send us. God in our midst, renew us in faith and commitment, and continue to inspire us with your Spirit. Amen. Okay, let's have first a review. Okay, let us read the following numbers. You're going to follow me. Then, you have to observe the proper spelling of each number. So, number 1, we have 299,404. So, for every 3 period, you are going to put comma. So, 299,000. And then, from the word 99, you have to put dash. Okay, next number. 150,749,282. Again, 150,749,282. So look at that. So in every period, there is a comma, and for every number, let's say 49, there is a dash. That is the proper way of writing word number. Next number, we have 76,971,000. Okay, next, we have 28,380,700,000. Again, 28,380,700,000. Then the last one, that is a decimal number, 12 and 45,000. Look at that. The decimal point does not say point, but you are going to say N. Again, 12 and 45,000. And then our last word is thousands, because that is the last digit. That is 5, and 5 is in the thousands place. That is why the last word is thousands. 12 and 45,000. So this morning, our lesson is all about giving the place value and the value of a digit of a given decimal number through 10,000. So we are now in the decimal number. When we say decimal number, this number starts with the tens. Let's say deci, it means 10. For every 10. Then, we are going also to reading and writing decimal numbers through 10,000. So that is our lesson for this morning. Okay, so at the end of the lesson, you are expected to 1. Give the place value and the value of a digit of a given decimal number through 10,000. So at the end of this lesson, you can give the place value and the value of a decimal number. Then the second one is read and write decimal numbers through 10,000. You can read and you can write the decimal numbers. It's either in a numerical or in words. So let's have this a problem. According to the report, 1 dose of the coronavirus vaccine cost $19.10 and approximately 987 and 95 centavos in peso or in Philippine money. Okay, so we are going to answer this. 1. Write the number 987.95 in words. The number 2, give the place value of each digit. And then the number 3, give the value of each digit. So before we answer those questions, I'm going to discuss first about the decimal number so that you can answer easily. So study the table here. So let's have the decimals, the fractions, and then how do we read that? In a decimal or in a fraction? Fraction and a decimal is the same as to read. Let's have that number 1, 0.0. That is not 0.0. We're going to read that 2/10. Okay. Then in a fraction, that is 2/10. So look at that. Observe properly. Then the second one, 13/100. In fraction, that is 13/100. So 13/100. So in 13/100, you have 2 decimal places. While in tenths, you have only 1 decimal place. Then the third one is 325 thousandths. 325 thousandths. Or in fraction, that is 325 over 1,000. And we are going to read that 325 thousandths. Okay, the last one is 1,458 10 thousandths. Ayan. In our fraction, that is 1,458 over 10,000. So as we read, 1,458 10 thousandths. That is how to read fractions in the decimal. Take note, the fraction in the decimal is the same way in reading. Okay, remember that 0 and the decimal point are not read nor written in words anymore. Hindi siya binabasa ng point, but you have to say n. Okay? So let us study now the place value charts in order to answer the questions a while ago. So I have here a place value chart. So the place value, I will put here the digits and then the value. So in our whole number, we have hundreds, tens, ones. So you have already learned this in the past lesson. Then at the middle, that is the decimal point. Then after the decimal points to the right, that is the first place value of a decimal is tenths. Look at that. There is a THS, tenths. Then followed by hundreds, thousands, and then 10,000, so on and so forth. So the same also in a whole number, but in a whole number, the last letter is only S, while in the decimal number, THS. Now, I have here an example. So an example, we have 24.3561. So we can read that after I'm going to discuss in a correct way of reading that number. Now, we are going to put those digits in the place value chart, in the correct position. Now, where we are going to put 1. So, ang 1 nasa 10 thousandths. That is why, nandun siya dapat sa 10 thousandths. Okay, ha? Sundan ng mabuti. Then, ang 6, that is in thousandths. Ayan. Then in hundreds, that is 5. Look at that. Then the number 3 is tenths. Then decimal number. So those are the number in the decimal places. The remaining numbers or digit is in a whole number. So 4 is in ones, and then ang 2 ay nasa tens. Now, that is now the place value of every digits in a number 24.3561. So when you're going to ask, what is the place value of 2? The place value of 2 in that number is tens. What is the place value of 6? The place value of that number is thousandths. Can you follow? Okay, very good. If you're going to ask, what is the place value of 1? Okay, so the place value of 1 is 10 thousands because that 1 is placed on the 10 thousands. How about 3? Okay, 3, the place value of 3 is tenths. So it depends upon the position of the number. So again, the place value is determined on the position where they place in. Okay, now we are going to study the value. Let's start with 2. So the 2 is in the tens place. Therefore, you're going to multiply it by 10. 2 times 10 equals 20. So therefore, the value of 2 is 20. Can you get the difference between the place value and the value? Again, if you ask about the place value, it is the position of a number. Well, when you ask about the value, that is the value of, it depends upon the position where they place, where the number place in. Kung saan siya nakalagay, nakadepende rin ang kanyang value. How about 4? The value of 4 is also 4 because 4 times 1 is in ones, that is 4. Okay, now, let's go now to the decimal numbers. Tenths. Then our number is 3. So what is the value of 3 in that number? So the value of 3 is 3 tenths. Ayan, or 0.3. We read that the proper way of reading is 3 tenths. How about 5? Okay. The value of 5 is 5 hundredths. 5 hundredths. Look at that. In tens, you have 1 decimal place. In hundredths, you have 2 decimal places. Tandaan po natin. Next, how about the value of 6? The value of 6 is 6 thousandths. Ayan. 6 thousandths. There are 3 decimal places. Okay, next. The value of 1 in that number is 1 10 thousandths. Ayan. 1 10 thousandths. You read that. 1 10 thousandths. And the place value are the decimal places in 10 thousandths are 4. 4 decimal places. Now, using that place value chart and the given value of a number, we can now read that number correctly. Okay, so how do we read the number now? So the first, in a whole number, that is 24. And then, the decimal point should be read as an, hindi point. Tandaan po natin, hindi point ang pagbasa dyan. Dapat and. So, 24 and 3,561. Ano po yung last na digit natin? 1. At according to the place value ni 1 ay 10,000. So, lalagyan mo rin siya sa dulo ng 10 thousands. That is 24 and 3,561 10 thousands. Kung ano yung last digit place value, yun po ang ilalagay sa dulo. Okay. Ayan. So, tama po yung pagbasa natin. 24 and 3,601 10 thousands. Look at that. Nasa huli lang po yung mga THS natin, hindi yung palagi mayroon dyan sa unahan. Ayan. 3,601 10 thousands. Now, going back to our problem. Ayan. According to the report, 1 dose of the coronavirus vaccine cost 19 and 10 hundredths US dollar and approximately of 987 and 95 centavos. So write this number in words and give the place value of each digit and then give the value of each digit. Okay. Okay, so we are going to write this number in words. Okay, so we have 980. Das 7 and look at that, and represent as a decimal point. 90 das 5. Ano yung place value ni 5? Thousands. Ay hundreds. So, 95 hundredths. Yan. So, that is the answer for number 1. This number is read as 987 and 95 hundredths. Ayan. Now, we are going to give the place value of each digit. So, bibigyan natin ng place value ang bawat digit ng 9, 8, 7, 95. Si 9, let's start with the whole number. So, this is 7 is ones. 8 is tens. Then, si 9 is hundreds. Ayan. S lang yung dulo. Now, in a decimal number, so si 9 here is tenths. Then, si 5 is hundredths. So, this is now the answer for number 2. So, the place value of each digit is 5 is hundredths, 9 is tenths, 7 is ones, 8 tenths, and 9 hundredths. Now, give the value of each digit. Value naman, value. Pag sinabing value, halaga. So, ano ang value ni 9 dito? Ang value ni 9, okay, so we have 987 and 95 hundredths. Ang value ni 9 is 900. Why 900? Because 9 is, the place value of 9 is in hundreds. That is why 9 times 100 is 900. Now, the value of 8, si 8, ang place value ni 8, di ba, tens? That is why 8 times 10 is 80. Then, ang value naman ni 7, nasa ones lang siya, kaya 7 times 1 is only 7. Kasi 1 times 7 is 7. Now, ano ang value ni 9? Nasa decimal number na po tayo. The value of 9 is 9 tenths. Why 9 tenths? Because 9 is in the tenths place. Then, ang value ni 5 is 5 hundredths. Napakahalaga ni 0 dito sa decimal number. So, this is now the answer for number 3. Any question? Okay, if there is none, I have another example here. Okay, write the digit in each place. Okay, look at this. We have 1 and 3,467 ten thousandths. 1 and 3,467 ten thousandths. Now, what digit is in the hundreds place? Hundreds. So, we have tens, hundreds. So, 4. Ayan. 4 is in the hundreds place. How about in the tens place? We have 3. And then, in our thousands place is thousands, 3 decimal places, 1, 2, 3, 6. So, after the decimal points, you are going to count the decimal places. That tells you also the decimal place or the decimal value of a number. Another example. Okay. You are going to give the value. Okay. The value and the place value. Give the value or give the place value, and the value. So, ang sagot mo, dalawa. Place value. Then the other one is value. Okay. Let's have this number. We have... Okay, let's say the underlying digit is 6. Give the place value of 6. So, the place value of 6 is... Ano nga to? Tens, hundreds. So, the place value is hundreds. So, here you have to observe proper or correct spelling. Then, the value of 6 here is 600s. Can you follow? Now, let's have another one. We have 5 and 107 10,000s. Everybody, 5 and 107 10,000s. Now, I'm going to underline here 0. What is the place value of 0 here? So, the place value of 0 is tens, hundreds, thousands. Very good. So, thousands. So, the place value of 0 is thousands. Now, what is the value of 0 here? Okay, the answer is also 0 because 0 has no value. But it has a place value because in every position has a place value. Any question? Okay, if there is none, it is time now. It's your time to answer some activities. Okay, so you are going to answer in your math module, learning task 1, give the place value and the value of the underlined digits. Write your answers in your notebook on page 7 of your math module. Again, the underlined digits only. Answer na lang. And then, after you answer all the activities in your math module, you can check your work and you can find the answer at the last page of your module. Then, second one, learning task 2, give the place value of the underlined digits. Write your answers in your notebook. Page 7 din po ito ng inyong math module. Again so sa task 1, value. Sa task 2, place value. Then learning task 3, write the value of the digit 6 in each number. Write your answer in your notebook. So hanapin mo yung 6 sa bawat number. Then bibigyan mo kung ilan ang value ng 6 dyan. Ang 6 lang ang bibigyan ng value. Then, learning task 4, in 50,678 and 39,241 hundred-thousandths, identify the digits indicated below. Write your answers in your notebook. Sa page 7 din po ito ng inyong math module. Para kagaya nun sa ginawa ko kaninang example. Then, learning task 1, again, write the decimal form of each item below. Do this in your notebook. So, sa page 9 naman ito. Yung kanina is page 8 lahat. This time, page 9 naman lahat. So, learning task 2, write the given numbers in words. Write your answers in your notebook. So, sa task 1, numerical. Then sa task 2, words naman. Then learning task 3, write the given fractions in decimals. Write your answers in your notebook. So fraction siya, gawin mo siyang decimals. Then learning task 4, read and answer the given problems. Write your answers in your notebook on page 9. Okay, so if you have observed that you have a lot of exercises, why? Because those exercises found in your math module have already answered inyo at the last page of your module. So that is why you can check right away your answer if your answers are correct. Para matuto kayo kaagad. So, sabihin nyo, ay sir, bakit ang dami namin activity? Siyempre, hindi ko alam, baka mamaya titingnan nyo yung mga answers sa likod ng inyong module. So, this learning task 1 to 4, so bali 8 lahat, hindi naman siya recorded. It is a part of your practice on how you learn with our lesson. Okay. Now, how do we determine the place value and the value of the digit in a decimal number? If you have a number with a whole and a decimal part, how will you read it? Then how will you write it? Now, in reading and writing decimals, 1, the digits to the left of the decimal point are read as a whole number. So, binabasa lang siya kagaya ng whole number. The decimal point read as end. Yan ang sinabi ko kanina. Ang decimal points, binabasa natin siya na end, hindi point. Then the last one, the digit to the right of the decimal point are read as a whole number followed by the place value of the rightmost digit. So, parang whole number lang siyang pagbasa, then lalagyan lang yung sa dulo yung pinaka-rightmost digit. Kung ang pinakadulo is 10,000, so lalagyan mo lang sa dulo ng 10,000s. Okay? Now, for your quiz, answer the following. Write the answers only in your pad paper. Take note, sa pad paper, isulat ang sagot. Lalagyan nyo ng week 1, quarter 2. Kasi ipapasa nyo ito sa akin pagdating ng pasahan. Pero i-check natin yan sa Friday. Hindi na ako magbibigay ng keto correction. Sa Friday na natin i-check yan. Online. Okay, so these are the questions. Okay, number 1, ready na yung papel. Isulat na po yung sagot. Bawal may bura, ha? Pag may bura, 0. Okay, number 1. What is the place value of 2 in 13 and 32 thousands? So, you are going to write the place value of 2. Is it in thousands, hundreds, 10,000s, or tens? The number 2. Give the value of 6 in 15 and 657 thousands. The number 3. What is the place value of the underlined digit? So, ang number natin is 14 and 892 thousands. The underlined digit is 8. Okay, next, number 4. The value of the underlined digit in 10 and 5,678 10,000s is, okay, yung underlined digit natin is 7. So, ilan ang value ni 7 dyan? Then, number 5, give the value of 7 in the number 7 ay 9 and 7,058 10,000s. Number 6. Okay, number 6 to 7, write the following number in words. So, si 6 at saka si 7, gawin mo siyang word. Then, number 8. Give 5 and 85,000 in numeral is. So, gawin mo naman numeral or number, yung number 8. At saka si 9 at saka si 10. So, number 9, 18 and 300,000s in numeral. Then, number 10, 92,000s in numeral. Okay. Again, we are going to check that this coming Friday. For your assignment, okay, below of your quiz, ilalagay nyo rin po dyan ang inyong reflection. Write your reflection regarding to our lesson today. So you're going to complete the sentence. I understand that blah blah blah. Then I learned that blah 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 blah. So you have to write that also in your pad paper below of your quiz. Okay? Thank you. Enjoy doing your activities. Good luck and mabuhay.